Oh, hey there, people. Freaking Friday morning. Another hot and brutal day out today. It's freaking muggier and shit upstairs. Not much better when you come downstairs. And it's about 10 after 12 right now. So, I'm just gonna make myself up freaking a caffeine, because I need a caffeine. A little bit of caffeine might accidentally jumpstart my brain, get me a little bit more hyper, and get me through this day. Because unlike yesterday where I didn't sleep, ew, I'm rinsing out a dirty ass cup like that. I'm gonna grab a fresh cup. The best part of waking up is a fresh cup in your gut. Skittle-douche. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a coffee, and yeah, unlike yesterday where I didn't sleep, today I kind of overslept, because if you think about it, last night I got home, went to bed at like freaking 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then got up at midnight, went for coffee with Rex till 4 in the morning, came home, edited, uploaded, went back to bed at 6, got up today at noon, and feeling a little groggy because I slept way too much. But whatever, we'll get through this. Make some coffee, and welcome to my vlog. So I'm thinking that tomorrow, you can probably hear my coffee chooching in the background there, making a little racket. But tomorrow, I'm going to go pick up the parts for the white. I'm not going to bother doing it today, because I'm going to go to Canadian Tire. I know that they have everything I need to get what I need to get that thing going. They have the switches, just their website's such a pile of shit that I won't find it on the internet. But if I go into the store, I'm going to take the belts off of the thing too as well. Go into the store with the belts, I can size out the belts, I can size out, well I don't need to size out the switches. I can buy the switches, and then bring my jerry can, fill it up with gas, come back here, put everything into the guy, and it'll be ready to rock. And speaking of ready to rock, I gotta rock a shit. This just in, you know, it just happened. That was desperately needed. But anyway, coffee's ready. But yeah, I'm gonna go pick up the shit for the white tomorrow. Basically, my objective for the weekend is to get it running. So, I ordered some parts off of eBay, like the fan shroud cover thingy, carb kit, even though I probably could have just bought one at my local parts store, because it's just a Briggs & Stratton 8.5 horse. But figured I would just buy that online. It was cheap as frig. Shipping was dirt cheap, so got that. What else did I buy? I think that was it. So all we need to do is tomorrow install the belts, install the switch, install the momentary contact push button, add some gasoline, and hope it fires. Now if not, well, pull the spark plug, check for spark, and quite possibly pull the carb, and for the time being I might have to do a redneck rebuild on it. Not a big deal, not too hard, but not a big deal. And then just try and get it started. Once it's started and running, I'll take it for a romp in the backyard. That's the big plan. And then we can, like, once I'm convinced it's going to be a good little romping machine, I'm thinking about painting it, but I'm not sure what color to paint it, you know? So I'm going to do some ideas, figure around with it and get some ideas going and go from there. So yeah, but right now I really need my coffee. Really need my coffee. As you can tell, my eyes are droopy. And I got a dog licking my arm. He's like right here. See that? He didn't like that. Alrighty people, it's getting close to 1:30. I'm going to have to head off to work soon. I'm not really looking forward to it. Wish I had a couple more hours off because before I had to go into work. But 2 till 10, baby. Out of here, or out of there at 10. I'm getting this really weird feeling in my stomach. Friggin' already took like 3 craps this morning. And yeah. Last night when I went to the Hortons there with Rex 4x4, I was hungry because I didn't really, I woke up at midnight, and then I didn't really make anything to eat, so while I was there I was like, oh, I'll get a sandwich, and they had no sandwiches, right? So I ended up saying frig it, and I got 2 of those, I got a bagel with cream cheese because they didn't have anything and no meat. So, and I'm not supposed to eat cream cheese because I'm lactose intolerant, but it's all they had that was like somewhat sustaining, so I got that. And yeah, that was stupid of me because that hurt like a son of a whore. So I'm probably paying for that right now. Like it's making me sick. Probably really shouldn't have done that, but you know, I'm a glutton for punishment and things, and I was hungry and that's all that was ready, so I was like, yeah, frig it, bring on the noise. And let me just say, this morning I brought the noise. Yep, son of a bitch. So we're gonna have to head her off there shortly. I was just watching some YouTube videos and I came across one where Peppercat Keith replaced his Sony point and shoot camera, which he uses for making his small engine repair videos and things like that. He just bought the Canon ELPH330HS, which is a nice camera. Still tempted to get that one there and use it for daily vlogging instead of using the camcorder, but I also like having money and not spending it. So I'm gonna rock out with these cameras until they die, like I said in a couple vlogs ago. Now, when I talked about Pug1 wanting a new camera and Crazy Logie wanting the new camera, a lot of you guys said, oh, check out these Sony cameras, check out the, Canon ELPH 300HS or 330HS and all them. Thing is both of them want the exact same thing. Something with good manual focus control that's on a ring. Only thing I can think of is like a DSLR with a manual focus lens. That's the only thing I can think of. But, freak's sakes, those can get pretty heavy when you start putting lens attachments and battery attachments and, freaking better microphones, because I don't know about you guys. A DSLR without a shotgun mic sounds like you're talking into a pop can. So you kind of sort of maybe need that DSLR mic or that shotgun mic to give you the clear audio that you're getting out of these camcorders and things. But the newer ones are different maybe, I don't know. I've never filmed with a DSLR, to be honest with you. I know Brucey at work, he just ordered a new camera. A Sony, I don't know what the frig it is. I forgot the model number already, but it's like a cross between a compact camera and a DSLR. Has lens attachments and all that shit, but it's not shaped like a DSLR body. So when he gets that in, he says he's gonna bring it in and show me and things. So like, I still have the 300HS. It will do video for short periods of time, not long periods of time. Like right now, if I were using it, it would probably be so hot right now and the sensor would be all artifacting and stuff. So that's why I don't use that for video. But I do miss having that compact camera with the wide angle lens that I could just strap to my belt and go, and it didn't cause me any problems. That's one thing I do definitely miss about doing these vlogs. These camcorders are kind of bulky. I can't really stuff them in my pocket and go, It's not exactly intended for that purpose. So it's kind of a pain in the cock, but frig, it is what it is, right? So I'll just keep going with what I got and save some money there. And maybe if the 330 drops down in price, right now they're 200 bucks a pop. If they drop down to like $149 a pop, I might scoop one up. But until then, frig that noise. Pile of laundry behind me, and I gotta head off to work. So let's pitter patter, have at her, and frig out of here. And frig out of here, get the frig out of here. Oh, I hate oversleeping. I hate not sleeping, and I hate oversleeping. I gotta find a way just to sleep, just saying. Yeah. I just let Super Oreo out for a, for a potty, and I gotta go. I gotta go to work. Sorry, bud. I gotta, once I find my keys. Where did I freaking put my keys this time? Oh, let's play this little game called Where Did I Put My Keys Last Night when I came back from the Hortons? Like, I gotta go, and I don't know where I put my keys. Well, this isn't good. Son of a bitch. And I got a Cookie Monster following me around here. Being a Cookie Monster. Oh, late. Tame her down. Go. For Pig's sakes. Where are my keys? Where are my keys? Where are my keys? Where are my keys? There are my keys. Found him. He's so excited and I don't know why. He's right off his rocker. You guys hear that thing? He's right off his rocker. I gotta go to work and he thinks we're going to my parents' house. Stop! Jesus. Enough! Hey! Sit! 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 Ah! Stop! Stop it! You're dumb. No! Enough! Down! Oh. You listen for a half a second. Alright, let's get off to work. So, I read the comments today, people. Read the comments about the potential upgrade, the $500 freaking project car engine upgrade thingamajig to bring this thing from a, I like that comment, toilet bowl injection 305 to a LT1's injection system with a 350, and that I should take the 700 R4 out and put the 460 LE in. Only thing is, like, this 700 R4, it does have all those shift kit mods, Corvette servos and all that jazz, so it kind of gives it a little bit more snot. So I don't know how a 460 transmission from not a sports car would work in here. Like, it's coming out of a Caprice, and those were kind of not used for sports cars. Those were just like your sedan, like just a family sedan that you would go to the beach with your kids or go on a road trip with and stuff. You know, same engine that was found in the Buick Roadmasters and all that. So not too sure what to do. Like, it'd be different if I was like a lot of the people who watch me, like a big time gearhead, and I knew how to do the work myself. Then I'd probably feel more confident about it. But not knowing how much work's involved and all that, there's going to be a nice price tag attached to it, to an engine swap of that magnitude. You know, like reroute, we'll have to take all this old wiring compartment out, put the new wiring harness in, take the old ECM out, put the new ECM in, drop the engine in, wire it back all into place, get it all, you know, properly set up and everything so that it just runs. Now, will it give me more jam? Sure. Will it mean that I can put this car on cheap insurance? Not after I do that. I could no longer put it on silver wheel insurance after I do that, because right there I'm completely changing the aspect of the car. It's no longer a stock V8 engine. It's basically, this car becomes a well, it's modified for race. Even though I'm not racing it, because I modified it in that aspect, they look at it and go, well, the car's not stock anymore, so you can't be on silver wheel. And a lot of you saying, well, how will they know? Well, when you get into a car accident, they have these people called adjusters, insurance adjusters. And their job is, and it's a pretty shitty job, but somebody's got to do it. Their job is to go to the scene of the accident, or go to the, you know, basically inspect the car, try and find a reason not to honor the insurance claim. That's their big thing. And then if it is to honor the insurance claim, try and find a way to get as cheap of a payout as possible. That's what they do. So yeah, it's kind of brutal, but it's the way she goes. Holy shit, is this light ever gonna change? There we go. Because basically, like on silver wheel, they will do that because they're not charging you that much to insure your car every year in hopes that you're not gonna race it and wreck it or do anything stupid with it, drive like an asshole and plow into somebody, you know, all the above. So the moment they see that you're putting aftermarket parts in your car and you're like, you know, trying to get more bang out of it, right away they see it as you want to race the living shit out of that thing, therefore they don't want to honor your insurance, which would suck big times, let me tell you. Because if you get into a good friggin' scrape and you want to get your insurance claim, and they pop the hood and they see an engine that, and this happened to my buddy actually, he had a 4-cylinder Mustang with the 2.3 liter hoe, I think it was. I don't know what engine's in those. It's 2.3 liter in the 4-cylinder anyway. And he had it. He was just, he decided to put a 351 Windsor under the hood, and he was with Silver Wheel Insurance. Sure enough, puts the Windsor under the hood, and he ended up getting into a major fender bender. And next thing you know, the insurance adjuster comes over, starts looking at the car, runs the VIN. It comes back as a 4-cylinder, 2.3 liter high output, or yeah, 2.3 liter high output engine. And when they popped the hood and realized that it was not a 2.3 liter, it wasn't a 4-cylinder anymore, they said, well, this is not the right car, this is not the car we insured, therefore this insurance is null and valid. We cannot honor the insurance claim. Sorry, bud, GG, thanks for coming out. So he ended up getting really big time dicked over and got sued because he hurt the person that he crashed into. They wanted to nail him for a couple million liability. And the insurance said nope, so he had to come up with that money on his own. So he basically got fined big times for driving without insurance and all that shit. So needless to say, my buddy's new form of mass transit is the city bus, because he lost his license for recklessness, and because the car didn't have insurance, like they nullified the insurance due to the fact that the car was modified for race. And he broke one of the terms of services. And it says right there on the Silver Wheel terms of service, if this vehicle is modified for race, we have full rights to deem your insurance null and void, despite the fact you're paying for it. So, like right now, it's not with Silver Wheel. Right now, it's just through my regular insurance. But still, it's. I'd like to put it on Silver Wheel and save that extra money every month, because I pay about $58 a month right now for this thing on insurance. And through Silver Wheel, I'd pay $180 for the year. Well, you do the math, and that's almost $20 a month. Not even, it's less than that. More like $15 a month. So I'd save myself like $35 a month for insurance on that, which probably doesn't sound like much, but you do the math, you know, over a year, that those numbers are quite apparent. Like right now I'm paying what, $50 a month, so that's like $600 a year insurance on this, and $180 a year for Silver Wheel. So you see the savings right away of like $420. And every flipping year, the friggin' insurance keeps going up with the companies. They, you know, they put it up an extra 10%, and it's like, well, I haven't made a claim in forever, so why the frig would I want to pay more insurance for something that I'm not even really using yet? I've never had to make a claim. Like, I never claimed a windshield. I just had the work done myself. Brought the car to an auto glass shop, paid out of my own pocket. So I honestly, yeah, I'd like to put this car on silver wheel and just treat it like a toy. So that's the problem, is if I do that LT1 swap, then I can no longer ever consider silver wheel for this car. The other thing is the car sat for 2 years, just sitting there. And I know my buddy Pierre said he can start it up, but he's got to use a booster box because the battery's just right dicked. And he's like, I can fire it up, you can listen to it run, blah, blah, blah. So I could always go over and just listen to it run and then decide. But it'd be $500 for the car. And then I'd have to pay a tow truck to haul it over to my house. Then I'd have to find somebody who'd have the time to actually want to take up a project, like taking on my 305, putting the 350 in here, putting the computer in here, go with it, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. You know, after all is said and done, for all I know, that engine could work great for a couple months and then just hand grenade. Where this engine here has lasted me 11 years, and she still pulls strong. It still does a great job for what it is. You know, sure, it's a 305, and 305s are shit. Like my buddy said, he goes, I wouldn't waste money modding a 305 when you can go out and buy a 350 off Kijiji for like $300-400 and then just plop her in. Well, it's easy for him because he's done engine swaps and engine installs and stuff like crazy. But I even contacted him and said, hey, you want a job? I'll pay you to put an LT1 in my Trans Am. And he's like, where's the LT1 coming from? And I told him, and he's like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. Not because it sounds like a lot of work, but because it sounds like a lot of headache. I'm like, well, what do you mean? And he goes, well, we can't just use your old wiring harness or the old computer. So we need to get the computer out of that thing and get the wiring harness out and do it right and all that. And he goes, it's going to be a real big job and expensive. He goes, I'm going to have to charge you some pretty good coin. We're probably looking at a good 2-3 day job getting that engine in there. And I was like, yeah, you probably have a point. And he goes, and chances are you're not going to want to leave it stock. He goes, we're probably going to want to put a bigger high-rise cam in it and all that, or at least a moderate tuned cam. And because you ever programmed those engines before? And I said, well, no, because I never had one, right? But I'd learn if I had to. Sure, it can't be that hard. Everybody says TBI is the worst to program with, and I actually enjoy it, but what do I know? I don't know any better. This is all I ever owned for a V8 was this thing and my truck, and they're both TBI. So it's just one of those, do I want to buy a car and get that done? Then I have to scrap the car and all that, or keep it like this. I'm honestly thinking of saying frig it and keeping it like this, not spending $500 on a car and an engine and all that. I know a lot of you are probably going to say, Adam, you're an idiot for doing that. Deal of a lifetime. Frig, go do it, get it done, and you'll be happy. But honestly, do I need the extra power? No. I just drive. As you guys can tell, I baby my cars. I don't drive the satchel off of them. Every once in a while I might drop the hammer for funsies, but I think I'm going to leave the Trans Am sitting the way it is. And when the engine dies, well, then I'm just going to get a new engine put into it. Unless the car is completely rifle cocked, then I'll just, scrap the car or whatever. But I think my main focus now should be getting that G6 all fixed up and ready to rock. And there is absolutely somewhere for me to park. Right on. Alrighty, people. I'm at work, so I will chime in a bit when I come on break. So until then, peace the frig out. Holy sweet Jesus, I don't know what's making that ruckus, but that sounds good. This guy over here at the steering wheel, he always has crazy vehicles that he's working on. I talked to him about, where'd it go? Shit, I lost it. Oh, it's over there. I talked to him about getting an engine swap or something done with the Trans Am. Sweet Jesus. It was funny because I talked to him and he flat out told me, he goes, well, what you need to do is intake and exhaust. Like right away, do a cold air intake and an exhaust as your first mods. I'm like, holy shit, but it's a Trans Am, not a Honda. Like, sounds like it. Oh, yeah, there it goes, it's stalled. But yeah, so I've already done intake and exhaust. He goes, next we need to put a cam into it. And he goes, but the problem is you have fuel injected and it's a bitch to tune. And well, I can do that, but frig it. I'll just drive the car the way it is. It's fine. I don't race it. I don't need to be fast. I just laugh when Hondas pull up beside me and start revving the snot out of their car and then have to do a burnout. Bunch of goofs. Anyway, I'm gonna head her inside. Talk to you guys in a bit. Peace the frig out. Alrighty people, well it's freaking 6 o'clock, lunch break time. I know it's pretty weird, normally I come out here and it's like 6 o'clock break time. No, it is lunch break time. And I had a friend, had a shadfly on me. They're swarming around like crazy today because it's so muggy out, eh? Sons of bitches. Oh, gas is at an all-time low of 129.6. It's been like that for the past 2 weeks. Just letting you know. Yo, let's go over and say hi. Okay guys, well my lunch is over. I sat here and I talked with my buddy Angry Joe for a bit. I mean, you guys know Angry Joe, the one that Oreo doesn't like for some reason, which is dicked. Yeah, that could be why. But I gotta head her back inside and carry on with this shift, so I'll talk to you guys later. Peace the frig out. Alrighty, well it's 8 o'clock break time. Normally I say 8 o'clock lunch, right? So Angry Joe is still over at the gym smashing the shit out of some weights, and I'm just chilling. I got 2 more hours to go and then it's home time and the weekend is here. I didn't get a chance on my lunch to go pick up any beers. I have no liquor at the house. Son of a bitch, but frig it, it's the way she goes. Doesn't that look delicious? Yes people, those are all shadfly carcasses. I just had one of the little buggers land on me. He's gone now, but I actually brought one in the office with me. I didn't realize he's trying to land on my camera. I didn't realize that he was there. So I brought him in. He's on my shoulder, hitchhiking a ride, eh? And I'm like, whatever. So freaking go inside and stuff and do what I'm doing. And next thing I know, he jumps off my shoulder and sticks to the wall. And I'm like, what the frig? So he's been on the wall ever since. So I took a picture of him with my cell phone and put it up on Facebook. Thought it was funny. I named him Frank. Too bad he's not going to live very long, because these things only have like a 1 day or 2 day lifespan once they spawn their wings, because they can no longer eat or anything. So they usually die pretty quick. Oh well. Annoying bugs, they have no bite, and they're stupid. So it's perfect. It's perfect. So I just got my life threatened by some guy from Cleveland. That was fun. Yep. Customer from Cleveland has an island up in Temagami, and his phone line's not working, so he threatened to drive to North Bay and kill me. I love customers like that, threatening to go out of their way to end my life because their phone doesn't work. Like, thanks bud, you just proved something to me, that you're a complete fucking moron, but that's alright. So, yeah. I had to file the forms and all that stuff, and you know, customer muttered death threats and put all that through, and oh, for frig's sakes, eh? Like, how low do you gotta be? Like, pull up, bud, it's just your phone. You live on an island. All Gilligan had was 2 coconuts and a piece of twine, for frig's sakes. I tell you, some people's children. So a while ago on lunch break, I was chatting with Angry Joe about that car my buddy Pierre has, because Joe knows Pierre and Pierre knows Joe, and they hang out and stuff. And I didn't get the whole backstory on it, and Joe gave me the whole backstory on it. Like, buddy who had the Beaumont bought it, because originally what he was going to do was take the 454 out of the Beaumont, because it was too heavy and it didn't sit in there right. When buddy would crank on the friggin' throttle, the motor mount would let go for the 454, and the fan for the radiator would smash into the cowling and all that, and made it quite the ruckus. So basically, what they ended up doing was saying, "Frig that noise," and there goes a shad, and yeah, frig that noise, and let's put the 350 LT1 in. But the problem is the LT1's rear end, I would have, like, if I were to get that car, I'd have to use it. And the LT1's rear end has speed sensors in it, which are for the computer. And like, there's a whole bunch of bullshit. So like Angry Joe said, he goes, dude, I wouldn't do it. You have a perfectly good car, it works, it drives, and it runs great. So why go out of your way to buy this other car, to put all this crap into it for what? An extra 180 horsepower that you're never going to use. What's the point? Valid point made. Because chances are I need the transmission, I need the engine, I need the rear end, need all the wiring, need to run all the wiring. That car never came with an LT1. None of those third generation Trans Ams ever did. The biggest engine they had was the L98, which is the tune port injected 350. So, and why bother? It's just not worth the headache. Because I called my mechanic tonight and I talked to him about it, and I thought it would cost between, you know, $500 to $1,000 to get the job done. And he said, dude, a swap like that, he goes, it's probably going to cost you just in labor alone anywhere from $1,500 or $1,000 to $2,500 depending on how much bullshit gets involved. And he goes, I personally don't want to do it. That's what he said. He goes, I don't want to do it. He goes, I can find a guy for you to do it for you, but I can't guarantee it's going to be a clean, pristine job. There'll be a lot of rednecking involved, and it probably won't run right. He goes, why do you need to change out your engine? Is your engine broken? I said, no. And he goes, then who cares? You drive like a grandma anyway. Why the hell do you need all that horsepower? And I'm like, yeah, you got a valid point. He goes, you planning on going to the new track and racing the shit out of it? I'm like, no. And he goes, don't you want to put it on classic car insurance? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, don't bother. Big time waste of money, he said. And it's right. He's right, you know. Like right now, the Trans Am, all it costs me is gas, oil changes, brakes when needed. Other than that, the car is perfectly reliable. So why go and dump that kind of money into it? Like if you think about it, when I bought the car 11 years ago or some shit like that, I bought that car in 2002, so yeah, 11 years ago. I paid $3,000 for it. And then a couple of years back, I needed to rebuild the transmission. That cost me about $2,000. So now we're already up to $5,000. So it runs, it drives and everything. If I were to buy that engine and have to put it in, let's say worst case scenario cost me $2,500 for the labor, $500 for the car and all the parts, and then I scrap the car and whatever else and I get like $250 back for it. So it cost me $2,250 just to put an engine in that car to get a whopping what? Go from 170 to 260 apparently. That's all that engine was, is 260. So I get 90 horsepower for $2,000. No, it's not really worth it. It's not, in the long run, it's not worth it because it's also going to be a Frankenstein mess, and it could end up being more headaches than fun. Right now the car drives, it runs great, it's solid. Why dick with it? So I've already texted my buddy and told him that I'm not going to bother with the car. He said he's got another buddy who wants it for a project. So by all means, bro, sell it. I don't want it. Sell it. Christ, for $2,250, I can buy a DR like Rex's, a little motorbike, get my M-Class, and then go out and romp, you know? Because I was chatting with Catpiss, and he contacted insurance companies, and he wants to get a sport touring, which is like the cross between a sports bike, like a crotch rocket, as some call them, and like a cruiser. It's like, you know, they're good bikes. They're pretty big in size, so I could get away with a 650 in one of those and I wouldn't look like a dog fucking a football. So it'd be perfect. And actually last night when I was at coffee with Rex, we crossed the street to the motorcycle shop and I looked at one that I really like. It's called the Suzuki V-Strom 650 and I really liked it. Great for on-road. You can take it off-roading, but the tires don't look like they're going to do much off-roading. They look like they're street tires, but you can take it off-roading. And I saw a video on YouTube where the guy was. Really nice bike, big, so I would look all right on it, and that's pretty decent. Now for the insurance quote, Catpiss was looking at a 650. I can't remember what the heck it is. Rex knows the name of it, but anyway, pretty much the same thing as the V-Strom. Catpiss was quoted $114 a month for insurance on this thing. And that's with your M1. Go write a test, here's your license, go on the street and cause mayhem license, you know? $114 a month. And as you age, that number goes down, right? So it probably cost me like maybe a little bit less because he's starting out fresh. I thought he had his M-Class before, no, but he didn't. He's driven dirt bikes and stuff, so he has that experience. But in August, he's going to write his M2 exit course at, he's taking the motorcycle course. Once he gets that, his insurance goes down. What's nice about paying monthly is the moment you get your M2, you can contact the insurance company and say, hey buddy, I got my M2. And they go, oh, hey buddy, now your insurance rates are lower because you're awesomer and things because you went and took a course. Freaking sweet. So in all honesty, I was thinking about doing that, just getting the M-Strom, which is just a cruiser pretty much, it's just sports touring. Something to go adventure riding with, nothing really big to go like off-roading or anything. The engine on it's 650, it ain't no race bike, and it'd be cheap to insure and good on gas. You know, it's 650 fuel injected, which is something you guys told me to look for, fuel injected, and it'd be a fun little cruiser to bomb around in. And then I could keep my car, you know, one day get rid of the G6, buy my pickup truck, and go from there. So I'm probably not going to do that this year though. I'm going to wait till next year. Rex has been heckling me. He's like, go rate your M1 now, go do it, go do it. Go buy a bike and things. And I'm like, no, not this year, bud. I got things I want to do this year. That and buying a bike is not one of them. That'll be a next year thing. 2014 is the year that Adam kills himself on a bike. Frig yeah. So this year I'll take it easy, try and save money, and next year I'll look at buying a bike. But this was a brand new insured bike for $114 a month. That's friggin' awesome. But anyway, people, my break is over. Next time you talk to me, I'll be getting out of the joint, heading home. Thank freaking God. I don't know why, but I'm super tired today. Probably because I overslept. So let's head her back inside and carry on with this night. Talk to you guys later. Peace the frig out. Holy shit. Look at them all. Just look at them. Dicked. Look at them. Dicked. See how covered my car is. I got one on my elbow. I can totally feel him on my elbow just dicking with my shit. Joe's friggin' off. And I'm friggin' off. So he came here on my lunch and he's just now leaving the friggin' gym. Alrighty people, well, I'm gonna pitter patter, have at her, head home, gotta let Scruffy out, and then I'm supposed to go for coffee to meet up with a Rex 4x4. And apparently a guest from YouTube is gonna be there. I don't know. So let's go.
Oh my God, it's the Cookie Monster. He's not. He's off his rocker. Look at him go. He's a Cookie Monster.
Was I? Yeah. Go. Alrighty people, as you can tell I'm home and Cookie Monster really has to go outside. Go. You do. So just let him outside there. And I'm supposed to go rendezvous with Rex for coffee. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. Alrighty, well, I'm going to head off to the Hortons and see what the cock's going on, and go from there. But I got another text from Rex. Checking. Yeah, he's there. He's there. He's there. Okay, I'm going to go. Uh-oh. 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 That was grimy. Let's go to the Hortons. Oh, you people probably can't see me, but that's because I'm currently driving in my car, heading home. Went for coffee with Rex 4x4, then went over to a friend's house, and just leaving now. It's about 4 in the morning, frig sakes, and yeah, we just hung out and things, and you can't see shit because I don't have a light on in the car. But there's a reason for that, because I don't want to blind myself while driving in the dark. So I gotta go home now. Poor Scruffy. Friggin' left him home for 6 hours, so he's probably just right dick trying to figure out where the frig I am. And yeah, I was expecting just to go for coffee and head her right home, but then a friend called me as I was on my way home and said, hey, want to come over and stuff and chat and things. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm okay with that. Yeah, what the frig? And time flies when you're having fun. So it's always good to catch up with old friends and things, so yiddly-dee. Anyway, people, let's head her home, and we're not going to do flyers today because it's currently 4 in the morning. We'll probably do flyers either tomorrow or Sunday. Sunday, live flyer day. So, yeah, frig sakes, let's get out of here and stuff. Holy crap, Adam. Hopefully you can fix this video so it doesn't look like shit. Son of a bitch. Alright people, well I'm home now, and yeah, I was going to do flyer day today, but I didn't expect to be out so late, and tomorrow I want to go to Crappy Tire and scoop up the chip for the white mower, which means I got to get up early, which, you know, crack of noon, and yank the old freaking belt off the white and yank off some other shit, and then we're going to have to go to Crappy Tire, buy the parts. Rex is really wanting to come over and help crank on it too, because he wants to be here for the first fire and first fail, and hopefully it's not a fail, hopefully it works out. So we're gonna skip the old flyer day Rooney this time around and maybe do it some other day. So that's the plans. I have no idea what the flyers look like or anything, so we'll figure that out. But as for this boy, I'm calling her quits for tonight, and we're gonna carry on tomorrow. So if you like today's video, you know what to do, go ahead and hit the like button. Let me know you like the video and I like that. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, yeah, you know where to leave them. Comment section below. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.